Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something that's honestly a huge deal for Europe's future, Italy's system for energy certifying its buildings. It's called the APE, and trust me, it's way more than just a piece of paper. All right, let's get into it.
So to really get why this matters so much, you got to start with a pretty startling number. According to the Italian Thermotechnical Committee, that's the CTI, homes in Italy use a lot more energy, somewhere between 30 and 60% more than the EU average. We're not just talking higher bills here, that's a massive environmental footprint. This is the exact problem Italy set out to solve.
So the million-dollar question is this: how do you actually measure a building's energy efficiency so you can start to improve it? Well, the answer lies in a system that grades buildings on a scale from A to G. You know, a lot like the one you see on your fridge or your washing machine. And this is where the big solution comes into play: the Attestato di Prestazione Energetica, or APE for short. The best way to think about it is like an energy ID card for any property. It's really the key to understanding how it performs. Officially, the APE is a document that does two crucial things. First, it tells you how much energy your home should use under standard conditions. But second, and maybe more importantly, it gives you a roadmap. It includes specific recommendations for how to make your home more efficient, laying out the most effective upgrades. It's both a diagnosis and a prescription for getting better.
And here's what one actually looks like in the real world. This is a sample certificate from the Emilia-Romagna region. As you can see, you've got the color-coded scale, the energy class front and center, a C in this case, and the estimated energy consumption. The whole point is to make the information pop so you can get the gist in a single glance.
Okay, so this brings up a fundamental question. Who actually has the authority to issue this energy ID card? It's not just anyone. You can't just print one out. You need a very specific professional, the competent technician. And this is where you really see how rigorous the system is. To become a certified technician, it's not enough to have an engineering or architecture degree. You have to be registered with your professional board, and depending on the region, you might be required to take specific training courses. In some places, like the Aosta Valley, years of professional experience can get you out of the training, but you always have to be accredited. And, of course, a system like this has costs. Take the Puglia region, for example. For a while, technicians who wanted to get on the official list of certifiers had to pay a registration fee of €100, plus an annual fee to stay on the list. While that's currently on hold there, it gives you a concrete idea of the administrative machinery behind it.
Now we're getting to one of the most interesting things about the Italian system: its complexity. Italy has a very regional approach, so while there's a national framework law, each individual region has the power, and they use it to set its own specific requirements, procedures, and even penalties. It creates this incredible regulatory mosaic across the country.
Let's dig into one of the more technical bits, but it's super important. How exactly is that letter grade on the certificate calculated? Is it based on your actual gas and electricity bills or something else entirely?
So Italy chose a calculated method, not one based on actual consumption. Why? Well, the goal is to compare buildings to each other, not the families living inside them. By using certified software and standard conditions for climate and use, you get an objective, repeatable result. It doesn't matter if you like to leave the windows open in winter, the calculation assumes a standard behavior. This is pretty different from countries like the UK, which do allow for using actual utility bills for existing buildings.
And this calculated method is anything but improvised. I mean, just look at this diagram. It shows you how serious the process is. The workflow kicks off with the request, then there's document verification, a project review, potentially an on-site audit, and a final check before the certificate is ever issued. It's a system built from the ground up to ensure quality and consistency.
Okay, so we've seen how the system works, but has it actually done anything? Let's switch gears and look at the results and the vision for the future. To give you a sense of the sheer scale here, by November 2014, more than 3.6 million energy certificates had been issued in Italy. That is a massive mobilization of professionals and a data collection effort on an incredible scale. But the effort wasn't spread evenly. The Lombardy region, up in the north, was a true pioneer.
It launched its energy registry way back in 2007, long before most other regions. And as you can see from the chart, it was responsible for a whopping 41% of all certificates in the country up to that point. That's almost 1.5 million.
So, to sum it up, the AP system has been absolutely foundational. It's created a vital data infrastructure with these regional registries, which for the first time lets the government truly understand the state of its buildings. It's standardized how efficiency is measured, and it's built up an army of specialized technicians ready for the next phase.
And all of this work is pointed towards a single, incredibly ambitious goal. It's all part of the European Union's 2050 vision to have a fully decarbonized building stock. That means turning existing buildings into what are known as nearly zero energy buildings, or NZBs. The APP is the essential first step on that very long road.
Which leaves us with one final thought to chew on. Italy faces a truly unique challenge. It has to modernize a building stock that is, for the most part, historic and protected. Will it be able to reach near total energy efficiency without sacrificing the beauty and character that define its cities? That balance between history and sustainability is without a doubt its greatest challenge for the decades to come. Thanks for joining us on this explainer.